Hi everyone, Namaste, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I thought I'm going to do a version of what's in my bag. Now I have been seeing these videos on YouTube of late, and I thought I'll just do a version of what's in my work bag. Now I have the habit of switching my bags frequently depending on the outfit I'm wearing, or also depends on what kind of work I'm going out for. If I'm just meeting friends or going out for work or just going out to run some errands, and I keep switching my bag, and there are certain things that I just keep removing from one bag and putting onto the other depending on what bag I'm carrying. But of late I have been using two bags, and one of them is the wine one that you have seen me carry so many times. This one, I'll discuss this later. So this is the one I usually carry whenever I'm just going out for quick errands, and I don't have to carry a lot of stuff because this one doesn't have the space to carry too much. It carries my wallet, my phone, my husband's wallet also sometimes, and maybe a lip balm or a lip product or a small hand cream or a perfume. This is my everyday errands bag now. Now when it comes to bag, I've also mentioned this before, what I absolutely love about bags, or the bags that I prefer, is a top handle, because I have the habit of holding the bags by the top handle. If I want to go hands free, then I usually use the shoulder strap, but otherwise holding a bag from the top handle is my preferred way of carrying a bag, and this is my daily errands bag. We'll see what's in this later, but first we are going to see what's in my other bag that I have been carrying of late. This carries a lot of stuff, it has a lot of space in it. This is a Coach bag, again the one that comes with the top handle. I think I picked this one 2 years ago from Paris. So now this one also has a back pocket, and this is the place I usually keep my car keys or my home keys, something that just gives me quick access to. Other than that, let's see what I have been carrying for the past few days. So the first thing is my sunglasses. Now I have one more sunglasses, not one more, I have a couple of sunglasses. I think it's in the car. Those are the Ray-Ban ones. Those are pretty lightweight. I usually keep them in the car, and those are the ones that I use most often. These I don't use that frequently, but I absolutely love the shape of these, and these are the only sunglasses I think that I have are square. Other than this, most of my sunglasses are either Wayfarers or they are aviators. This is the only square one I have. Absolutely love the shape of these. Now this one doesn't have prescription in it, so I don't wear them while I'm driving. While driving, I usually tend to wear my prescription glasses only. I have to make sunglasses with prescription for driving. But if I'm not on the driver's seat, I am on the passenger seat, or I'm going out with friends, and basically I'm not driving, I do wear these, and I have been using these for the past few days. Okay, let's move on. Then I have a small diary with me. I have the habit of writing down things. You can say I am a bit old school when it comes to taking down notes. I prefer writing things down than writing down on my phone. Sometimes I do put some things on my phone notes app, or I tend to just WhatsApp it to myself or to my husband. But if I do have to note down certain important things which I feel that I might forget, this is very useful. Okay, then I have a pen to note down all the important things. Now I love Pilot pens. I don't know why, but I feel like I also feel like my handwriting changes a lot with the pen I am using, and this is one pen that I absolutely love. I think it improves my handwriting. I don't know if that makes sense, but fountain pens and Pilot pens, I don't know why, but I feel like writing more when I'm using this Pilot pen. And I have these in a black, a blue, a red. I think the three basic colors that the Pilot pen comes in. Okay, moving on, I have one hand cream. Now this is my favorite hand cream. I have spoken about this hand cream so many times. It is by L'Occitane, again something I bought about 2 years ago, and this is very hydrating, and every time I feel like my hands do need some extra care, and you don't need a lot of it. Just a pea size is more than enough, and this is so hydrating and it smells heavenly. It just smells so good. I do have dry skin and I absolutely love keeping my entire body moisturized. I love body oils, I love body creams, I love hand creams. In fact, when I'm done with the day and I'm about to hit the bed, I have this habit of slathering myself in body oils and body lotions. I feel like I sleep very well when I am very well moisturized and I smell so good and I am so well hydrated. I just get the best sleep. Dry hands, dry feet or dry legs, it just makes me very uncomfortable. So I just have this habit of carrying a hand cream with me every time, and this is something that usually fits in most of my bags. Depending, if the bag is really tiny, then this doesn't work, then I don't think so. I have yeah, I do have a smaller version of a hand cream, but it's not from L'Occitane. I think it's some other brand, I don't remember it, but this is one handy cream that goes in almost all my bags. And this also, I put it in my daily errands bag if I am switching my bags. So that's the hand cream by L'Occitane. I'm going to link it in the description box if you're looking for a hand cream for yourself. Absolutely amazing. Okay, moving on. Next, I have this wallet. This is by Da Milano and I picked this up from Mumbai. Infinity, in orbit, I'm not so sure, but I picked it up from the Da Milano store in Malad, and I was looking for something that is much more compact because the earlier wallet that I was carrying was a bigger one. That one was from Charles & Keith and it occupied a lot of space in my bag, and the bigger a wallet is, the more stuff or the more things I end up putting into it, and it becomes more chunkier and it occupies more space. So I needed something that was much more compact, and this fits all my cards. Some cash in it. Coins, sadly doesn't fit any coins, but I'm glad it doesn't because coins tend to make my wallet more heavier, so I don't carry any coins in it. And the most important things I carry in this, apart from my cards and all, is my resident card and my insurance card and my license. I think, yeah, that's the most important things if you are living in Oman, because if by chance you're stopped by the ROP, that is the Royal Oman Police, and the first thing they're going to ask you is for your resident card, for your license and for your mulkiya. These three things you should be carrying with you if you're living in Oman. Mulkiya is basically your, I think it's the vehicle registration or the vehicle ownership card that you should be having. So that is one thing that my husband always keeps in the car. So if I'm the one driving or I'm taking the car with me, and if I'm stopped by the ROP, they will ask me for the mulkiya. So we always keep it in the dashboard. Then you always should have your resident card with you. It's the proof of identity that you have living in Oman. And then of course the license. And my license, I'm so glad I have a license over here, because it's so difficult to commute if you are not able to drive, because public transport is available, but it's quite expensive. So it's better that you learn how to drive in Oman. And it might be a little bit challenging if you're coming from India, because you're driving on the other side of the road over here, plus the rules are extremely strict. I remember I flunked my driving test 4 times. 4 or 5 times I flunked it. So there are 3 tests. I think there's one where you're supposed to answer the different signs on the road, the different traffic signs and everything. You should be able to identify all of these. So there is going to be an ROP officer who's going to ask you what this particular sign stands for and what is the speed limit. So that is one test. Second one is the drum and slopes one. I cleared my drum and slopes in the first attempt. So basically there are just drums that are lined. You have to go to the ROP center, and first you need to hire an instructor. He's going to teach you for a few days. Then you go with the instructor for your first drum and slope test. Fortunately, I cleared my drum and slope test in the first attempt. So there are a few drums that are lined up. You're supposed to reverse your car from the right side once and then go forward. Then again you're supposed to reverse it from the left side, and you cannot touch the drums. So that is the drum test. And then on the slope you're supposed to drive your car and then just stop it when you see that the light is red. And the car is not supposed to roll back. If it does, you're going to flunk it. And once the light turns green, you are supposed to just smoothly drive off without the car rolling back or any other glitches. It's supposed to be very smooth. So that was drum and slope test that I cleared in the first attempt. Then came the driving test. Again, for that you have to go out with your instructor, drive around on the roads where they usually take your test, where the ROP officer comes with you. So whenever it's your date for the license test over here or the final test over here, you will have your instructor with you, and you will have one ROP officer who's going to come and sit beside you, and he's going to give you certain instructions. This is how you're supposed to drive. He's going to ask you to either go straight from a certain point, from a red light or from a roundabout. And there are a lot of rules that you need to be aware of while driving in Oman. There are rules of how you're supposed to enter a roundabout, the speed limits and everything. And while the officer is there with you, he's taking your test, he's going to ask you certain questions. He's going to ask you whether you can overtake in this area, or what's the speed limit in this area. And sometimes he's not going to ask you to take a U-turn from a roundabout. So you're supposed to enter. If you're taking a U-turn, then you're supposed to enter from a certain lane, you're supposed to exit from a certain lane. So there are a lot of rules. Just be aware, practice a lot. When you do practice a lot, you will clear it. It's not that difficult. I think I took 4 or 5 attempts, because in most of the attempts, I think once or twice I got a bit intimidated by the ROP officer, and I made some really stupid mistakes. That was just my fault. Anyways, I do have a license right now, and it's extremely handy to have a license. Anyways, so this is the wallet. I started with the wallet and ended up telling you my entire license story. So, okay, so I have 3 lip balms with me, and one is Laneige, then the other one is Indie Wild, and the one is by Chanel. The one I use the most right now is by Laneige. This is the Berry Fruits Rouge Lip Glowy Balm, extremely hydrating lip balm. Next lip balm is this one by Indie Wild. I'm really surprised by the quality of this one. Again, very hydrating, but I really can't put my finger to it. It does have a slight taste to it. I don't know what it is, and it has a slight bit of fragrance to it. But then this has 2% vegan butter and peptides, and this is also very hydrating. This also works on my extremely dry lips very well. So these are the 2 lip balms that I do use the most right now. And the next one is by Chanel, and I haven't really used it that much. As you can see, there's a lot of lip balm in it. Again, this is also super hydrating, and every time I'm using some lip tint or a lipstick, then I do tend to use this one. But I carry a lot of lip balms with me. An absolute essential for me in every bag has to be my wallet and my lip balms. I just can't do without a lip balm. Let's move on to the next products, and it's the lip products again. So this is the Dior Lip Addict, and this is the Etude Fixing Tint. Both of these I swatched in my last video, and I mentioned that this is my favorite lip product. It is so hydrating, and it's just so lovely. The formulation is just so lovely, and this also is my most used lip product. This is the shade Bandana, I think. Yes, the shade Bandana 718. Love it, absolutely love it. I think the only lip product I keep reapplying again and again, and as I mentioned in my last video, if there's a collection I want to build of lip products of different lip shades, it has to be Dior Lip Addict. So this is something that just again hops into all my different bags that I'm carrying. And the other shade is this Etude Fixing Tint. It is the shade Salmon Brick. Already swatched it in my last video, so go check out my last video and you'll see how this looks. Moving on, I have something to tie my short hair with. I don't tie my hair that frequently, but if it's oily and if it's too humid and too hot, then I use this one. And then I have a pair of earrings and some hair. So these are the earrings that I have in my bag. I don't know why I have these earrings with me. I think I was wearing them and I just decided to remove. So these are the terracotta earrings. These are handmade. That's what's in my bag. These are really, really pretty ones. They look so stunning with a pair of simple kurta. And the last thing in my bag is a perfume. Now I don't carry the entire bottle everywhere, just that this one has the space, so I am carrying it. Otherwise I do carry the smaller sample size that I do have. But for summers I think this is a perfect lightweight perfume. It's very fruity and yeah, very fruity and very berries. I have already reviewed this in one of my previous videos, so you can go check it out. So every time I do need a refresh of perfume and I just want to smell good as soon as I step out of the car, I just spray lots of this. I'm almost out of it and I'm really not sure if I'm going to restock this one, because I'm planning to restock the Mancera Roses Vanille one. That is an absolutely amazing perfume and I think I'm going to go with that one. So that is it. That is what I have in my bag, the bag that I was using for the last few days. So all of it is going to go back into it and I'll show you the other bag. I think all of my stuff is already in this one. So this is the bag I just grab when I have to take just a quick go and I just have to run to the hypermarket or to the supermarket or just buy anything that I'm running short of, milk or salt or groceries or tomatoes. And by the way, the hypermarket is really, really close to my house. I think it's barely 5 minutes walking. So this is the bag. It's always out on my vanity or on the chair or on the table. I just grab it and go. So I always keep my wallet, and I think this one also must be having some lip balm in it. Yes, there is one Burt's Bee coconut lip balm in it. So I just put my wallet, my lip balm, and then this one doesn't have the space to carry an entire perfume bottle. So what I do is that I keep small sample sizes in these one. So every time I do buy some skincare or a makeup or anything, and if you are buying from Sephora or from the outlet, just ask them to give you some samples. And this is the Dior one and this is I think Clarins one. I haven't really used the bigger bottle for this one, but I do have the bigger bottle for this and it's absolutely amazing perfume. So on this bag, because it doesn't have that much space, I just keep small samples with me. Then I have some cash with me in this. That is all I have in this bag, and other than that I'm using that bag right now. And every time I plan an outfit or I plan what bag to carry with that outfit, just my wallet, my lip balm, my lip products, some small perfumes depending on how much space the bag has, I keep switching these things onto my other bags. So these are my essential for everyday use. These are things that I absolutely cannot leave my house without. Of course my phone, but I'm shooting with the phone. I shoot all my YouTube videos on my phone right now, but my phone is there in all these bags. And then the house keys or the car keys if I'm driving. So those are my essentials. And I was just randomly going through YouTube and watching so many what's in my bag video, and I thought let's do what's in my bag. And that is all for the video today, and I'm gonna see you next time. Till then, take care of yourself. Bye. And the festivities are coming. Please do enjoy all the festivities. Take care of yourself, and bye.